What is up, everyone? This will be my patch 14.13, a jungle tier list, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know on the new patch and how it affects the jungle role in League of Legends. So for starters, I changed the format a bit. As you notice, there is an S plus low rank category for what I think is the best low rank champions, and getting started is S plus category. This meta is a big AP jungle meta. This is where we're starting to notice a trend of the AP junglers just being very supreme and very dominant. There are nerfs in the future, maybe, for these two queens at the S plus category, where we have Lilia and Nidalee. So for starters, AP jungle, why is it OP? The item Leandry is the damage over time item, plus full clearing is really effective if you're able to full clear, and at a speed that's just unmatchable. It's really hard for any jungler to really match a very fast farming AP jungler. And that's why one of the changes I'm going to show you is Karthus got nerfed, right? Karthus was a very high category pick, but he did get his Q damage nerf. He's still a very strong pick, but he's one of the AP junglers that has been struck down. Lilia might be the one in the future, and also Nidalee will be getting nerfs in the future, but these champions right now are the best. And the jungle meta is really about objective control, clear your jungle fast, and be on the map very quickly. So that's why these AP junglers have been dominating very hard. Next one you're going to notice is actually Zac. Zac is a surprise here, right? And I'm actually surprised to even notice that he got buffed, because I thought it was a nerf. But then as I read the changes to Zac, what we notice here is it's based off level now. So Zac, your sustain is better earlier and later because you're not tied to that R rank. So it's actually better for jungle, where you're kind of getting that extra kind of like healing faster, and it's just giving you more benefits. And also Zac is just very good in general if he's able to get through the early game. So I think Zac is actually very strong. I think his sustain is better now. Instead of scaling off the R ranks, he just gets, his HP throughout the level. So he just gets those, better values. So he's under leveled or whatever. He's not going to be affected as much. So Zac, I actually think surprise pick. I might do a video about him later, but I think he's very strong now. Kha'Zix, we've been talking about, very strong assassin. I still think assassin. Kha'Zix is one of the best junglers right now in the game. So if you play him if you play him correctly, he performs very well. He also has some maybe buffs, maybe nerfs based off the new rune changes, where we have Dark Harvest and Electrocute getting big changes. In my opinion, I think Electrocute looks better than Dark Harvest now. The damage early game is better for Electrocute, so early game you're able to get a bit more damage off that. But overall, not the biggest change for lethality. There's supposed to be a very big lethality assassin change next patch, but we're gonna have to see for that one. Bel'Veth, just overall no changes, just a very strong, champion in a very strong, dominant early game. She's able to kind of snowball. If you're able to farm fast, you're able to be on the map, be effective, you're able to just get a lot of impact. That's the name of the game, and Bel'Veth actually is in a good spot right now. Viego, in my opinion, is just very broken. If people were better at him, he'd perform much better, but he's extremely strong right now with the items we talked about. Kraken Slayer, just very good one item buy. Actually, we could all tie this category S tier to, hey, first item Kraken Slayer, Bel'Veth, Viego, and Kindred. And they definitely are abusing it, and they're making the most out of it. And that's pretty much why these three are just very strong. It's very broken first item spike. A lot of champions really don't have the best first items because of the change to the item system. But, these three are holding it down very well. A tier, very solid champions. Karthus we talked about, still okay. Echo, he's a bit of a one-trick jungler. I think he's good, but also hard to play, so a lot of people don't really perform that well on him. Xin Zhao, I think, is a very solid pick. I've done some videos about him. He's in a good spot. I wouldn't say too much change with him. I think he's still just a very solid pick. Udyr, I think, is getting stronger and stronger as the patches go on. I could see him being in a high category position as they nerf a lot of the AP junglers. He farms very well. He actually builds the AP items where he can go into Leandry's, which is his first item. He builds the Faded Ashes component that we showed before, so it's a very strong thing for Udyr. Fiddle also, I think, is actually on the rise as the focus on AP junglers is tunneled and focused towards Lilia, Nidalee. Fiddle is kind of hidden in the corner, hiding with his little scarecrows. Like, people aren't noticing him, and I think he's on the rise because AP junglers are important in this meta. If they nerf the top tier ones, there's always going to be other ones that can kind of take their spots, like Fiddlesticks and Brand as well. Jarvan's very solid pick. I think he's good front line, good damage. Try to full clear on him. It's very good in my opinion. He does really well if you kind of focus around that. Shaco, one trick dirty champion, should be gutted to the ground. Absolutely despise the clown. I think he's so overtuned that it's ridiculous that he's not getting nerfed with his AD one-shot build. Lee Sin got buffs. The buff changes were shielding and some base HP, right? So I think these are really solid. I think, W 20 more shield helps his early clear. He's a bit unhealthy. Some base HP is always good. I think Lee Sin's in a good spot. I think Lee Sin is always really broken. If his win rate's ever 50% because he has such a high pick rate, Lee Sin, in my opinion, is always broken in that circumstance. And he's reaching that point. So I think he could even be S tier if, we see the rise and nerfs of these AP junglers, which are generally quite good at him because he's slow clearing, right? If he was faster clearing, the meta would just be really shifted. But you can see that the slow clearing has dramatic effects. Brand, I think Brand is very good if you know how to play him. I think he's very strong, very good. Will rise up as other junglers got nerfed. The nerfs didn't really affect Jungle Brand because it was actually tailored towards lane more, so he didn't really get affected by the nerfs. Warwick is very solid right now because of Tiamat. He's able to clear jungle very quickly. Blade, Titanic, Hydra, these core items, very good on him. Master Yi, I think, is solid. He's really good. And if you play him, you're going to play him regardless. He's not broken. He's okay. He's decent. So if you like Master Yi, you're going to have a good time playing him. Rek'sai the Queen got nerfed and she's sort of dropping into your priority. I would like to see them give her true damage on E. Personally, I think Rek'sai is just sad to play her because they just don't give her any damage. She feels very underwhelming to play. My problem with Rek'sai is your spells don't feel that rewarding when you're using them. For E, having that true damage, that bite, that extra damage, really high burst, felt very nice and it felt rewarding to use. But now you just scratch people and maybe she's still strong, but it doesn't feel fulfilling on Rek'sai. So I really hope they bring back true damage on E, give her a bit more damage to get rid of some of the tankiness. I would be much happier if this was the route they went with. B tier, I don't want to go into D tier. There's a few ones I want to highlight though. Talia jungle, by the way, nerfed. Not that good right now. I would recommend not playing her for now because they removed the extra damage you did on your Q. The Fairy Jungle, I just did a video. I actually low-key, like if you watch my stream, I'm going to be popping off with it. I think the Fairy Jungle is actually OP, but people are really bad at her. Try the build I did on my video. You're going to do really well. Some changes. Gragas got his passive HP nerfed, which is actually not the biggest change for him, but is a sad nerf in the future. Hecarim's getting buffs in the future. I'll probably do another Hecarim video to see. I think he's an okay pick though. Generally pretty solid. Graves got some armor buffs. Graves is good right now. He's okay. You play him. He's getting into AD comps. Problem with Graves right now is it's an AP jungle meta, so kind of sucks against a lot of these AP junglers who farm too quickly for him, and also extra armor. E does absolutely nothing when you're against a Lilia, Brand, Karthus, Nilly comp. So not the best meta for him. He'll probably just get stronger as like they nerf stuffs. F tier, I mean, Skarner got gutted. His main damage source pretty much got removed, so that's a good thing. We won't be seeing Skarner for a while, so I'm happy about this. The rest of F tier, I don't really want to go into detail. Ivern, we hate Ivern. We don't want to talk about Ivern for sure. Now the S plus lower ranks. This is my new one I'm going to add. I just want people in lower rank to know what are the best picks for you to play. These categories, these picks can easily be like SA tier here, but I just want to make it very simple for people to see. Like this lower rank would be for people pretty much like Iron to gold to plat, Iron to plat, I would say. It's a very good margin. I think if you're an Iron to plat, this is like a very, very broken. These are all broken picks. Iron to gold 100%. If you're not playing some of these champions, this would be the best pick of your litter to go and climb out of it. Do not look at these champions. Look at these ones. I could fit a couple of extra in here, but I just wanted to give you guys the option of the best ones. So your Iron to plat, these are where I want you to focus on. The rest of the tier list is for Emerald plus. I just wanted to make it very like break it apart a bit, show you guys Emerald, up, Masters, and then this is the lower rank. So hope you guys like that video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check out my videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Good luck in the game. Good luck on the climb.